Why Colossians 1:16 is not about the Genesis creation. Berean Study Bible. Colossians chapter 1 verse 16. For in him, Jesus, all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities. All things were created through him and for him. Most of Christianity believe Paul is saying and teaching, all things, is referring to all things that has been created from the very beginning of God's creation, hence, like the earth, planets, heavens, and all life, as told in Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. However, to say and believe, what most of Christianity say and believe, that all things in the Genesis creation was made by, or through Jesus, is to contradict the whole Bible and the Word of God, over and over again, as we read in just some of countless scriptures like 2 Kings chapter 19 verse 15. Hezekiah prayed before Yahweh, and said, Yahweh, the God of Israel, who are enthroned above the cherubim, you are the God, even you alone, of all the kingdoms of the earth. You have made heaven and earth. Notice how we read in 2 Kings 19:15, how God the Father is God alone, who created the Genesis creation by himself, alone, on his own, as we also read in Isaiah chapter 44 verse 24. Yahweh, your Redeemer, and he who formed you from the womb says, I am Yahweh, who makes all things, who alone stretches out the heavens, who spreads out the earth by myself. Berean Study Bible. Colossians chapter 1 verse 16. For in him, Jesus, all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities. All things were created through him and for him. Did you notice how there is nothing said by Paul saying, the earth itself, or the planets, and the heaven itself, or created beings were created, as we were told what was created in Genesis chapter 1. 1. Paul does not mention the Genesis creation. 2. Paul does not mention the heaven itself. 3. Paul is referring to what is in the heavens, not the heaven itself, indicating the heavens were already there. 4. Paul does not mention the earth itself, but instead, what is on the earth, indicating the earth was already there. The next question is, what is in the heaven and on the earth? The answer is in the next statement by Paul saying, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities. As we plainly and clearly see and read, Paul is talking about the thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities in the heaven and on the earth. When Jesus went to heaven, all authorities and powers were given to Jesus. Paul is referring to what Jesus told us in Matthew chapter 28 verse 18. And having come to them, Jesus spoke to them, saying, all authority in heaven and on the earth has been given to me. Please see the link for the full article below.